welcome again to our Skype share. Thank you again to Jonah Hari and for Meir Gabay for arranging this shiur. I'd like to dedicate tonight's shiur Ilon Ishmat Rivka Bat Sheina, Ruach Hashem Tenichena Bagan Eden. And להבדיל, we want to wish חיים טובים, רפואה שלמה for Gabriel Alon בת לאה מלכה, אלישבע בת שבע בת רבקה, and for my mom תקווה וז'ני בת רוזל. כן, הרפואה להם, רפואת הנפש, רפואת הגוף ורפואה קרובה לבוא. So we're studying Parashat Yitro. Yitro is a parashat of Matan Torah. So I have a question, and something which has always bothered me. But why is Yitro? Why is the parasha called Parashat Yitro? And why does Yitro get an honorary mention? That he gets a whole name, a whole parasha named after him. Even Moshe Rabbenu didn't get a Parashat Moshe named after Moshe Rabbenu. So why did Yitro? And especially why is it this week of Matan Torah? You should call it Parashat Torah, no Parashat Yitro. You know, he got like the best parasha, if you want to say, in the Torah. Yitro gets it. Do you want to have any suggestions for that? Is Yitro is like the same gematria letters of Yitro as HaTorah. So I want to start off with you, and maybe we'll go Aseret HaDibrot. The Aseret HaDibrot, that's really the main part of the parasha. And we see there's a few ideas of the Dibrot. So what's the first commandment? First commandment is Anochi Hashem Elokecha. I am Hashem your God. So I want to start maybe with the Gemara in Shabbat. And when the first Dibra is Anochi Hashem Elokecha, I'm your God, Asher Hotzeticha me'eretz Mitzrayim, me'bet avadim. That means the first commandment that we're supposed to remember is that God took us out of Mitzrayim. And that is the first principle of any avodat Hashem. When you want to do something for God, you have to remember that if it wasn't for God, you'd still be in Egypt as a slave. That's the fundamental belief. That's what Pesach is all about. Shema Yisrael is about that. Mezuzah is about that. Kiddush is about that. Shabbat, everything is about Yitziat Mitzrayim. That's already the fundamental principle of Judaism, where the birth of the nation of Judaism is on Pesach, Yitziat Mitzrayim. So I just want to share with you the Gemara. It's famous Gemara. We've all heard it before. I want to go a little bit deeper into it, and then maybe come back to Aseret HaDibrot and Yitro. Okay? So Gemara says in Shabbat, Masechet Shabbat Daf Peichet, Amar Rabbi Yeshua ben Levi, V'shah she'ala Moshe lamarom. The time when Moshe went up on Har Sinai to get the Torah, Amru Malachei Asheret, the angels, they put up a fight. He said, what do you mean? We're giving the Torah to Am Yisrael? Amru Malachei Asheret lifnei HaKadosh Baruch Hu, Ribono shel Olam, Creator of the world, Master of the world. Ma li'ilud isha b'neinu. What is this human being doing amongst us in the heavens? Moshe goes up to get the Torah. Amar la'en lekabel et haTorah ba. He's coming to receive the Torah on behalf of Am Yisrael. Amru lefanav, the angel said, Chamuda genuza, this precious hidden treasure. That's what the Torah is. The precious hidden treasure. Shegenuza lanu ל-974 dorot. There's almost 1,000 generations. It's been hidden as a treasure. The exact figure is 974, which is 1,000 minus 26. Because after 26 generations from Adam HaRishon to Moshe, the Torah was given. So for almost 1,000 years, it was been hidden, the treasure beforehand. The famous line, would you want to give it to flesh and blood? Ma enosh ki tizkerenu, ma ben adam ki tizkedenu. Hashem adenenu ma'adir shimcha b'chol haaretz. Your name is great in the world. Tena hodecha al hashamayim. Hodecha is your glory. Now we have to understand that this book, the Torah, we say it's not a book that they're fighting over. It's the whole glory of Chal Hashamayim. All of the secrets to creation is written in the Torah. Much more than things that we can understand. So the angels, they're fighting over it. And they're saying, Amar la'hem HaKadosh Baruch Hu. God said, well, let me just read out the Gemara, then we'll ask questions. אמר לה הקדוש ברוך הוא, Moshe Rabbenu, give them an answer. החזיר להם תשובה. They asked a question. They said, what are you doing here? You're just a human being, flesh and blood. What do you want to do with the Torah? Answer them. So Moshe Rabbenu, what does he answer? He says, Mityareani, I'm scared. Shema yisrefuni behevel piem. Maybe they're going to burn me with the breath of their mouth. So I don't know when angels, maybe like the dragons, they have fire. I don't know, but it was something that he was scared of. Moshe Rabbenu didn't want to have dialogue with them. Says God, don't be scared. Echoz bekisei kvodi, hold on to my throne of glory. Bechazer lehem tshuva. Hold on to my throne. They can't touch you. Okay, if you insist. Shenemar me'achez panai kisei. Says the Gemara. Amar lefanav. Says Moshe Rabbenu. He starts reading out the Aseret HaDibrot. He says, listen, the Torah says, Anochi Hashem Elokecha asher hotzicha me'eretz Mitzrayim. He says to the angels, did you leave Egypt? Did you go to Egypt? Were you working for Paro? No, you didn't go to Paro. You were in Mitzrayim. Torah lama tiyeh lachem. What are you going to do with the Torah? Next dibra, it says, Lo yeh lecha. What's the next one? Lo yeh lecha elokim acherim. That's the Lo yeh lecha elokim acherim. You shouldn't have any other gods, idol worships. Said Moshe Rabbenu, do you live amongst the goyim that they have avodah zarah, that they do avodah zarah? You don't live amongst the goyim. 1 second, let me get the rest of the Gemara up on the screen. He said, do you live amongst the nations that you don't have, that you're amongst all the goyim that they serve idols? No, you don't. So it's not relevant to you. Then he carries on. Zochor et yom HaShabbat lekodsho. Keep Shabbat. So do you work for 6 days that you need Shabbat? You don't work for 6 days. Then he says, Lo tisa masa umatan benechem. Do not use the name of Hashem falsely. Did you do business that you need to make a shvuah? He says, Kabed avicha ve'timecha. Honor your parents. Do you have a mother and father? Then he carries on the Aseret HaDibrot. Lo tirtzach. Do not kill. Do not murder. Lo tinaf. Don't commit adultery. Lo tignov. Don't steal. Kina yesh benechem. Lo tachmod. Jealousy. Yetzer hara yesh benechem. Said Moshe Rabbenu, none of the Aseret HaDibrot are relevant to your angels. What do you want to do with the Torah? Torah is fast. Miyad, straight away. Kol echad ve'echad. Now this is amazing. Every single one of the angels, as soon as he said that, na'asa lo ohev. They become his friend. So now, first of all, you have to understand this. There's a big fight in Shamayim. Moshe Rabbenu comes up and says, okay, I'm here for receiving the Torah. The angel says, no way, you're not taking any Torah. You're flesh and blood. You don't deserve it. What are you doing? You're just going to enjoy the pleasures of the world. You're not going to look after the Torah. Says Moshe Rabbenu, I'm scared to even answer them because of their fire. Maybe they're going to burn me alive. But Hashem says, don't worry, I'll look after you. He answers them. And then they become his friend. And they give him presents. That's why he says, matanot. Each one nasa le'ohev. They loved him. Umasar lo davar. Each one gave him a present. Alita la marom shivita shiva lekachta matanot ba'adam. You got presents. Even Malach HaMavet, the angel of death, also gave Moshe Rabbenu a present. Which present did the Malach HaMavet give? Anyone remember? He gave him the secret of the Ktoret. Ktoret is something which does a kapara and can stop death. Ve'amod ben ha'metim ben ha'chaim is the Ktoret. That's what Moshe Rabbenu was given by the angel of death. Okay. So now I'll ask a few questions, just to study the Gemara a little bit deeper. First, does anyone have any questions on the Gemara? Any good questions?
Not yet.
Okay. So first question: the angels, they know what's written in the Torah yet time, and they knew that they weren't in Mitzrayim. So what's the argument about? It's not like, okay, they didn't know. Now Moshe Rabbenu says a chiddush, you don't have mother and father. They knew that. So what was the whole argument about?
I think that maybe maybe the Malachim told you to know it will be much harder for Bnei Israel once they get the Torah to get off the hook for their sins.
Well, if they don't receive the Torah,
so then they're not obliged. You know, it's
well, you say it's their best interest not to have the Torah.
That's why Moshe broke the Luchot, right? When he realized that Niso Maaseh Egel, he immediately broke the Luchot.
I don't know. Maybe that was for a different reason. I don't know if that was the same reason. I don't know. I don't know. So it doesn't make sense. But it's better not to have the Torah. So it's better to be a goy than to be a Jew and have the Torah because it's a risk.
So if it's written and you accepted it, you're obliged to it. You're committed. Right? Understand?
But that's the greatest gift. If someone gives you a gift, you have to look after it. No? If I give you an aircraft, if I give you a Ferrari, you have to look very careful after it. But it's a gift.
Yeah, but it comes with a real responsibility, right? And liability.
Of course, I make you president of the country. It's a privilege, it's a gift, but it's a heavy responsibility. But it's a gift. That was the greatest gift that we have. So we've got a responsibility to keep it. But that's what makes us special, and we connected to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. So the question is here, why is the angels bothering to even argue with Moshe Rabbenu? They have no argument. What's their argument? They know that you need a father and mother, you know, they don't do work, they teach Shabbat, they didn't go to Mitzrayim. So where are they starting off with him?
Rabbi, but like in a way, like the Malachim like challenge Hashem decision to give the Torah to Moshe. That's also it's unclear because Hashem is the creator of the Malachim, so they shouldn't challenge.
Yeah, but maybe with the Torah you can get to a greater madriga than them.
Okay, so let's look at this. So the second question is, why is Moshe getting involved? Why doesn't Hashem answer the question himself? Why does he give to Moshe to answer it? And, you know, if the angels asked God, so God answered himself. Why they didn't speak to Moshe? And Moshe doesn't need to give the answer. And also, why does he need to hold on to the Echos Bekisei Kevodi? Get on to them without holding on. What's the whole point of Bekisei Kevodi? So, if we study this a little bit deeper, and you see this has got tremendous relevance to all of us. If somebody is arguing, you know, let's say you go to a function, okay, and then you come back, you want to put on your coat. So you have a coat which looks like yours, and then someone else says, no, this is my coat. And you start arguing, it's my coat, it's your coat. How do you know which one's coat it is? Listen, you try it on, see if it fits. If you see it's too big or too small, it's not your coat. If it fits you, it's your coat. It's obvious, no? So here you see the Torah. You're arguing about who does it fit. Does it fit me? The angels? Does it fit Moshe Rabbenu? It says Moshe Rabbenu. It says it doesn't fit you. You want him at time. You don't have parents. You don't want to kill. You're not jealous. You don't have Yitro. You're not kina. So what was the whole argument of the angels to Moshe Rabbenu? Where does the whole story start? And here we have to understand something basic about Judaism. And this said the Khatam Sofer said it as well, and a few other people say it as well. Look at carefully. What is the word the Gemara says? Chamuda Genuza. What's Chamuda Genuza? It's the hidden treasure. So when I'm holding here the Sefer Torah, what we're reading? We're reading the book. Okay, so this is the story of Yitro, that he came to convert. It tells really. That's not the book. It's not just a storybook or a list of rules. It's not a list of rules of obligations. It's not a directory, instruction book. What you're supposed to keep. It's not a history book. Hidden treasure. What's hidden treasure?
There's hidden secrets in it.
Oh, what's hidden secrets? Exactly.
Solutions.
We know the Torah is a pardes. What's a pardes? Pardes literally means an orchard. But pardes is an acronym for pay, pshat, remez, drush, and sod. There's 4 levels that we study Torah. And we say shivim panim la Torah. On each level there's shivim. That means we can have pshat and we can have 60 different pshatim. You find Orach Chaim HaKadosh, you know, one question, he gives 42 different answers. Yeah, you can have that. There's many times you can have one question and have 30 different answers. All on the level of pshat. Not even on the level of remez, which is with gematriot, Rashi Tavot, Sofei Tavot, Drush, where we compare different words in Psukim, and when Sod is the hidden part of the Torah. And that's some completely different level. So when you go 4 different levels of Torah, of the study of the Torah, that means we've got we say each word in the Torah is Hashem's name, and all different configurations of Hashem's name. It's like a code which is got hidden different levels onto it. How do you decipher it? So where the angels were saying to Moshe Rabbenu, maybe the levush, the coat, the pshat, it's just the outer surface of the Torah. That maybe fits you better. But the other 3 levels of Torah, that's for us. Listen, what are you, man? You're basar v'dam. Listen, you study Torah, then you get hungry, that's off you go. You want to go and eat. You get tired, you go to sleep. Even if you're not hungry, maybe you're just going to go because it's just from some other ta'abah. Or you're jealousy, or you want to go for something. You're going to just ignore the Torah. You've got a shiur once a week, and then one time you have something else going on. That's it, you skip your shiur. It's not for you, the Torah. You're going to only study the outside, the shell. It's just a klipa of almost the levush, the outer level of the Torah. But the deep level of the drush, the remez, the sod, that should be in Shemayim. That's chamudah gnuzah. They were fighting over the hidden parts of the Torah. Now, if you just make a disclaimer, it seems from this understanding of the Gemara that the main part of the Torah, it's not even what we study. It's not even the halakha of the Gemara. It's only the hidden part of the Torah, the sod. That's really the main part. And some of us never even study that in our lifetime. Maybe we only merit to go learn that ba'olam haba if we study the Torah. Sedra Khatam Sofer, you know what Moshe Rabbenu replied to him? Hashem said to Moshe Rabbenu, listen, if you want the Torah, you need to answer them yourself. They've got a claim. You can have the outer level of pshat, but to get the rest of the Torah, you have to answer them. So what does Moshe say? He says, you know what Kvod Shamayim? Kvod Shamayim is showing the glory of HaKadosh Baruch Hu. What's the glory? The greatest glory that you can have. What's mechabed? What gives more kavod to Hashem? An angel that studies Torah, or a man? He said a human being. Okay, you're tired. It's late at night.
Obviously.
Why? Why is a man? Obviously. Why is it a man?
Because a man needs to choose. He needs to overcome his chaya. Yeah.
Free will.
That gives Kvod Shamayim. And that was a story I remember said about Rav Steinman a few weeks ago. He said, we don't know how much reward we get for the extra effort that we do to do a mitzvah. Okay, we're here in the shiur. So now we're here all in the shiur. There's 5 of us or 6 of us listening to the shiur together. And what Kvod Shamayim is that? Everyone has Thursday night. Everyone's got Shabbat to prepare. They've got a family. They've got a wife. They've got children. Yeah? Everyone's got other things to do. There's business. There's things to fix in the home. But we give all of that up to study Torah. Maybe someone's got an event to go to or a function, and we give it up for HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Now, what are the angels? The angels don't have that. So that Kvod Shamayim. So he's holding on to Kisei HaKavod, telling the angels, listen, we give much more for Kvod Shamayim than you. When we study the Torah, it's much more mechabed HaKadosh Baruch Hu. And not only that, he says that on some level, sometimes even a man can reach the level of Sod. If a person studies Torah genuinely, he can reach a level. And some great people in our generation, they study even the depths of the Kabbalah. There's even people, young people my age already, and they're already starting to learn Kabbalah. Or the touching the principles of it. And that brings Kvod Shamayim. So says the Khatam Sofer, when you do Mesirut Nefesh for the Torah, that brings Kvod Shamayim. And that's something that the angels can't do. There's no Mesirut Nefesh for them. And that's what Moshe Rabbenu was saying to the angels. When he's holding on to the Kisei HaKavod, he's saying in the world, the greatest thing that there is to do is to go out of the boundaries. And that's why he gives the Torah dafka here in this world. The Torah has to be in this world and not in the upper worlds. Now, why did everyone become his friend? Why did everyone love him? How does everyone love him now? So the Chadam Sofer said that because he did it by Anava, he didn't say, listen, we men, we're better than you angels because we have a Yetzirah. He said, listen, it's not relevant to you because this is relevant to us. And he said it in a way of Anava, respectfully, that he was holding onto a Kisei HaKavod as a remiss that we bring more kavod to Kodesh Baruch. That's why everyone loved it. But I want to share with you another answer. And this is a beautiful answer. I heard this, and there's a story from Rabbi Ephraim Bordiansky. He was the mashgiach of Yeshivat Hebron, one of the biggest yeshivot in Yerushalayim. If you ever have a chance to go in Yerushalayim, go to Yeshivat Hebron. Yeshivat Hebron is in Yerushalayim. It has more than 1,000 students. It's a beautiful yeshiva. It's something amazing to see. The Rosh Yeshiva, sorry, forgive me, I'm mistaken. He was Rosh Yeshiva of Kol Torah. Kol Torah is a different yeshiva, also one of the big yeshivas in Yerushalayim. He was the mashgiach in Kol Torah, and he was sick, and he was in hospital. And he woke up in the morning with a bad dream. And what do you do if you have a bad dream? It's something which is bad, which is disturbing. So there's Hatavat Chalom. Hatavat Chalom is written in a Siddur. You can open the Siddur, find it. You get 3 people. It's written in Shulchan Aruch, and they read you tell them what the dream was. They read the few psukim. They say, listen, it was Chalamat Tava. It's a good dream. Don't worry about it. Nothing to worry about the dream. And you have to do it on the day. If you don't do Hatavat Chalom on the day, then you should fast. If not, then you do Hatavat Chalom. So there was one person in the hospital, and which was with him from the yeshiva, one of the boys. He said, "Please, I need a minyan. Give me 3 people so we can do Hatavat Chalom. Hatavat Chalom is making the dream good. Hatavat, from the word Tov, Hatavat Chalom, which is dream." So he went to find. Now, who are you going to find 6 o'clock in the morning? Is awake in a hospital who can come down to the floor where the mashgiach is and do Hatavat Chalom. So he went up and down the hospital trying to find. So he found one person on one floor, found someone on a different floor. They came for the mashgiach. There's 3 of them. Then the mashgiach said to them, "Listen, do you know each other?" I said, "What do you mean we don't know each other? We just met. This boy asked us to come and help you out. You need 3 people. So we come to help the mashgiach, the rabbi of the yeshiva. We come to help you out. You want to do it? We're here." He said, "It's not good enough. According to halacha, to do Hatavat Chalom, you need 3 people who are friendly with each other. Or Havim. 3 people who are friends. So if you don't know each other, you're not friends. You're not kosher. It's not going to help me to do Hatavat Chalom." Does anybody remember this story? I think I mentioned it once in this show.
No.
Yeah, a long time
They
ago.
asked him, you remember Gilad? What did he do?
He asked them to do something for one another or something like this. I don't remember the details, but he tricked the system.
He tricked the system. No, so this is a very important thing to understand. There's a Gemara, and he said to them, he asked them a question in Halakha, in Torah. He said this, and they give him a scenario. What happens if a person is stuck in a place, he needs to daven? He made up some kind of question in Halakha, and started discussing it. He said, "Well, what do you think?" He said, "Oh, you think like this? Okay, what do you think? You think like this?" Everyone gave their opinion, and then they started saying, "Do you have a proof?" Brings a proof. And out of a 5-minute discussion in Halakha, everyone made their own opinion. They started talking about it, arguing back and forth. And then they stopped. And they said, "Okay, now it's good." The Gemara says in Kiddushin, Amar Abchia bar Abba, Afilu av b'no, even a father and a son, Rav v'talmido, a rabbi and his student, she'oskin b'Torah, they study Torah together. V'shah echad nasim oyevim ze im ze. They become oyevim. What's oyevim? Enemies. Have you ever argued with somebody in Torah? You say your opinion, he says his opinion. He's wrong. You argue with him. How can you say that? You're talking rubbish. Oyevim means they become enemies. If you disagree with someone in Torah, אוהבים זה עם זה. But the Gemara
But it's for
continues.
good. It's for good,
The
surely.
Gemara, so the Gemara continues. ואינם זזים משם, ואיפה תארגים לשם שמיים, עד שנעשים אוהבים זה עם זה. When they finish studying, they become good friends. אוהבים, they love each other. Good friends, best friends. שנאמר, they bring a pasuk, et vahev בסופה, is the name of a place where they were in the midbar. אל תקנה בסופה, אלא בסופה. vahev בסופה. That become, there's love in the end. In the end, there's love. That means they come back and they become friends. Now, Rabbi Chaim Shmulevitz was one of the Rosh Yeshivas in Mir. He made a beautiful understanding of this Gemara. What do you mean they become friends? Can I ask you, a father and son, before they study Torah, they're friends? You love your son? Of course you love your son. You love your father? You love your father. So what do you mean after you learn Torah, you become friends? He said, that is the power of the Torah. If you study Torah together, even if you argue in the middle, or whatever it is, the disagreement, at the end of it, the power of the Kedusha of the Torah has the power to bond and to cause love. You love each other. And he said that's what he did in the hospital. The three people didn't know each other. You know how you can become friends? You say Dvar Torah. You talk in Torah. When you talk in Torah, in the end you become friends. The Gemara says, Na'asim, they become friends because they become even more friends than they were before. The closest connection that you have is not to your friend that helps you out, gives you a ride or lends you money or helps you when you're stuck. That's not your friend, which is your connect the closest with. Closest connection you have is through the Torah. Someone you study Torah with, that is the closest connection that you have, the most love. So I once heard from, and this is only when it's machloket l'shem shamayim, like Hillel and Shammai, shesofa leitkayem, and the end is love, where both sides is true. We say divrei elokim chayim. What is divrei elokim chayim? Elu ve'elu divrei elokim chayim. Both of them are right. Each one has their own opinion, and there's different opinions in the Torah, which is emet. Divrei elokim chayim is the letters Daled, divrei elokim aleph, chayim, chet. What's aleph, chet, Daled? Echad. Echad is one. That's united. That means if there's a machloket l'shem shamayim, can be unite people and bring them into love. That's what he did there. I had also it's a segula, also for shalom bayit. When you connect to, you have to study something small, once a day or once a week. Study something in Torah together. It's a malacha or something said about Torah. When you talk together with your wife in Torah, so your neshamot join together. That also creates ahava. That's also connected to this segula. So now if we go back to the angels, when they were arguing with Moshe Rabbenu, how did they become friends in the end? Why they love him and they give him presents? Now it makes sense. Because they argued in Torah. He's telling them and even there's a big, if it's a big personal difference to them, that they're going to know now the Torah is going to be down in the Olam Hazeh, that they're going to, the mankind is going to decide what's going to be the halacha. But after they spoke in Torah, that causes love between them. So that was a beautiful explanation of Rabbi Chaim Shmulevitz. I think for time, it's another 50 minutes. Okay, I'm going to go back to Yitro. Where is Yitro coming into this? Yitro, you see Moshe Rabbenu, when he came out with the presents, because he fought for the Torah. When you fight something for the Torah, you get a present. When you do Mesirut Nefesh for the Torah, for HaKadosh Baruch Hu, that's when you get a present. I'll give you a story. There's a story with Rabbi Yaakov Gelinsky. He was in Mexico. And he went to one of the rich people in Mexico. And he gave him donation for yeshiva. And he said to him, listen, I have a stomach pains, kav beten, for months. No one knows why I have these stomach aches. I did all the tests, the doctors did tests on me, and no one knows why. Said to Rabbi Kularinsky, tell me, do you wear tzitzit? What do you mean? You tzitzit, you wear tzitzit? Listen, on Shabbat, I put on a talit in the morning when I pray. Tzitzit. You put on tzitzit every day? I said, no, don't put on tzitzit. Put on tzitzit. No stomach pains. He put on the tzitzit, and the pains went away. Rabbi Kamenetsky, he asked him, tell me, Rabbi, are you a Navi, you're a prophet? How did you know that the stomach ache is because of the tzitzit? How did you know? What's the connection? He said, listen, if you tell me there's a reason why, okay, he's eating something bad, he's alcoholic, I don't know why he's got something for reason for his stomach ache. Okay, maybe it's because for another reason. But if it's for no reason, and none of the doctors know why his stomach hurts, it's for no reason, so it must be that he's not doing a mitzvah for no reason. Which mitzvah is on the stomach that you wear closest to the stomach? Is your tzitzit. Why didn't you wear it? There's no reason not to wear tzitzit. Okay, so maybe in the summer it's very hot. If you're in Israel, it's even then you can wear tzitzit. Always wear tzitzit. Many people wear tzitzit. Why you don't wear it? For no reason. So that's the mitzvah connected. You do an effort for Kadosh Baruch Hu. This is he put on the tzitzit. He made the effort, and Hashem gave him a present to go away. I'm gonna give you an example. Somebody fights a little bit for a mitzvah. You see, that's what Yitro did. Yitro, like Gilad said, he wasn't just the priest of Kohen Midian. He was the professor, he was expert, world expert on every single Avodah Zarah in the world. He said, listen, I'm trying out everything. He did Buddhism and Hinduism and all the Chinese and the Japanese, he did all the Arabic, everything, all the different religions, all Avodah Zarah, everyone he thought he did, and he did it. He was a professional in it. And then when he left everything, he was a high priest. He had a lot of kavod and respect. When he left all of that, they excommunicated him. He was benidui. That means he lost all his kavod. He lost everything for HaKadosh Baruch Hu. What's left for him? So this is what the Torah is teaching us. When you leave your kavod for HaKadosh Baruch Hu, for the kavod of Shammai, and that's what Moshe Rabbenu was saying to the angels. We're giving up our own kavod for kavod Shammai. That's when Yitro got the present. All of Am Yisrael go out to greet him. A whole Parashat in the Torah is named after him for generations later. Why? Because he gave up for kavod Shammai. No one wanted to marry his daughters. Yitro had 7 daughters, no one wanted to marry him. He was excommunicated from all of the community in Midian. And who does his daughter marry? One of them marries Moshe Rabbenu. Who does the other one marry? Kohen Gadol, Elazar, the mother of Pinchas, was Yitro's daughter. So he got the amazing shidduchim as son-in-laws, all because he went for kavod Shammai, for the truth. I'll give you another story which happened in one of our times. There was just to show you what it means somebody who fights for kavod Shammai. He was in the middle of a meeting, and somebody gets a phone call from someone he knows, not religious, but someone he knows. He said, listen, I need you to help out somebody who's in a hospital. There's an old lady, and she's going to die, basically. She's on heavy medication, painkillers, on morphine. And what's going to happen, she's going to lose her memory, she's going to lose consciousness, and then she's going to die. But right now, she has akara. Now she's conscious and she can talk. She wants to speak to her rabbi. Before she gets the painkillers come in, and then whilst her mind is still working, she be asked to see a rabbi to give her a blessing, and she wants you to come and give her a blessing. So the rabbi said, "Okay, of course I have to go." He went and he went to this lady to give her bracha. Now on the way, he was thinking, "What should I do? What am I going to say to the lady? She's going to die. Give her a blessing. What am I going to give a blessing?" So he called his rabbi, and every rabbi has a rabbi. And he called her up and he said, "Listen, try and give her a bit of chizuk. Try and get out of her to do a little hirur teshuvah. Hirur teshuvah is just to think about maybe some regret, maybe to do vidui, vidui, and to think about Kadosh Baruch Hu in the last moment, trying to get her to do some kind of mitzvah before she leaves, but while she's still conscious and she has her mind. Okay, so he drives there, he goes to the hospital, and he says, listen, I'll try and get her to do some kind of mitzvah. And he says to him, listen, okay, is all the children there? None of them are religious, nothing. Her family's where there are children, grandchildren. And all there, and the rabbi's there, and he said, listen, it's very good that you've come to respect for your mom, for your grandmother. This is your last moment, it's very important. Maybe this is the time you want to ask forgiveness from your grandmother before your mother, before you get a chance, at least she'll be able to forgive you beforehand. So everyone said, yeah. So each in turn, everyone, asked for forgiveness, and of course she forgave them. And then he turned around to her and said, maybe you want to ask forgiveness from your children. Maybe there's something that, you didn't do for them and upset them. She said, yeah, of course, okay, I'm going to do that. And then they all forgive her. And then he said, maybe you want to ask forgiveness from HaKadosh Baruch Hu. At this time, it's a Et Ratzon. It's a special time, the last moments that you have. Maybe ask forgiveness from HaKadosh Baruch Hu. She started crying. Said, yes, you're right. She started crying in front of her children. Said, it's such a shame I didn't do more mitzvot when I had the opportunity to do them. He said, please, my children, my last request from you. Please be more clever than I was. Don't wait till the last minute when you're dying on your deathbed to do mitzvot. I'm asking if you have more intelligence and to use your life wisely and to do the right thing while you still can. And that was what he got out of her. And then she did this. She took the morphine and then she died. But he managed to get out of her the last few words of Vidui, of Hirut Teshuvah. After a while, he gets a phone call. He said, Rabbi, I want you to do a chuppah. So listen, I'm not qualified to do a chuppah, but I can come. He said, listen, I want you and I only want you to do it. Who called him up? It was the grandchild of this woman who died. And he said this grandchild was not religious at all. And he wanted to get married. He wanted to get married civilly. Kiddushin Ezrachim. That means he didn't want to have a chuppah, no ketubah, no kedat Moshe Israel, nothing. Which means he's not going to be married. He's going to raise a family, have children, and no kedusha of any chuppah at all. And he said, because I'm going to do it for my grandmother, I want you, the rabbi, to do the kiddushin. And you see it like this. He had the proper kosher chuppah, kedat Moshe Israel, and all the children that came out of him, b'schut what? Because of that one hirhu of teshuvah that his grandmother did. You see one action which is done genuinely, how far it can go. And you see, that's what the power of Yitro was. Yitro had to go against everyone. It was embarrassing for him. But he got tremendous reward for that. You see tremendous reward that you get. And you can have this also, a person is, he wants to become more religious, okay? Or someone is chozer b'tshuva. Starts wearing a kippah, making brachot. We're laughing at him. What are you saying? He's saying mumble. You made a mumble? He said, yeah, I made a brachat. HaKadosh Baruch Hu for giving me this glass of water or coffee. I want to say thank you. Not a mumble. He said, he's willing to embarrass himself for Kvod Shamayim. This is what you get presents for. You get presents. Moshe Rabbenu got presents. Yitro gets a present. Every person who does for Kvod Shamayim said, I'm willing to do that. I'm willing to do any mitzvah, which is embarrassing. And in fact, this is important halakha. Everyone should know this halakha. The Mishnah Berurah says, there's mitzvot, which is a mitzvah to do, a person should do it and not think about anyone. However, if it's not a mitzvah, if it's just a chumrah, what does chumrah mean? Chumrah means not obligation. It's an extra, it's an optional extra, okay? If it's embarrassing and people are going to laugh at you, then don't do it. Don't do any chumrat which is going to cause people to make fun. Okay, if you don't have to do it, don't do it. But if it's something which is a mitzvah that you have to do, it doesn't matter. Everyone is going to laugh. Everyone's going to be embarrassed. You do the mitzvah. It doesn't matter. I remember once when I was a young boy and we were traveling, I was with my father in the airport, and there was no other time to put on tefillin. And my dad said, "We'll put on tefillin now." I was like, "Dad, everyone's here watching us, and there's Japanese and Chinese and there's Arabs, and I'm putting on my tefillin in the international airport." I don't even think it was London. I don't know if maybe it was France or Morocco or something. And he said, "No, this is what we do. Everyone should show us." He said, "Listen, the Arab can walk around dressed how he is. He's not embarrassed to get out his carpet and go on the floor. I have to be embarrassed to put on my tefillin. Everyone can watch me put on. I'm putting on my tefillin. It's mixed out. It's 100% right." Since then, it happened to me another one or two times as well. But that's the truth. You do it. You do L'Shem Shamayim, Kvod Shamayim, and Hashem will reward you for it. Does anyone know who was Amtalai Bat Karnevo? Who was that famous lady? Anyone know? Oh, very good, very good. Next question for you, Mayor. Who was Natzvat Bat Adael? Natzvat Bat Adael.
Wasn't in the name. But Adael.
Natzvat Bat Adael is the name of the mother of David HaMelech. Amtalai Bat Karnevo is the mother of Avraham HaVinu. Says the Chida, Rabbi Chaim Yosef David Azulai. He was great in encyclopedic knowledge, and he said that it's a big segula. If somebody's in any trouble with the courts or with taxes, he says 17 times the name Netzvat Bat Adael. It was the mother of David HaMelech. So this is segula to be saved. I said, why? You said, do you know why? Because she was the mother of David HaMelech. She came from Ruth HaMoabiyah, and she had tremendous bizyonot, embarrassment. Everyone called her the Moabite, that you are pasul to marry a Jewish. And tremendous, bizyonot. It was embarrassing. Ruth, she managed to live a very long life for hundreds of years, and till she saw a great grandchild, Shlomo HaMelech, sitting on the throne. She was sitting next to him. Amtalai Bat Karnova was the mother of Avraham Avinu. Says the Chida, if you say her name 17 times, you get Zocher Hatzlacha. That's why he writes in Sefer Devash Lefi. Why? If you remember her name, just mention her name 17 times, many generations after she was passed away, you get Hatzlacha. Why? She gave birth to her son, and her son destroyed the idols. They wanted to throw him into the fire, Avraham Avinu. She went to protect him. She hid him in a cave. Until he grew up, they found him, they threw him again at the age of 12. And his mother tried to save him. And she fought for his kavod, because she fought for Kvod Shamayim. Someone who fights for Kvod Shamayim, Hashem will help her, Hashem will protect. And he said, well, that's what we say. That's the message I would like tonight here of the Parashat. Parashat Yitro. It doesn't matter what everyone else thinks. What everyone else is. If that's the right thing to do, that's what we do. That's what Moshe Rabbenu went to the angels. He answered them back. That's what Yitro did when he came. That's the message we learned from the mother of Avraham Avinu, the mother of David HaMelech. And we didn't need to be embarrassed of who we are. We have the truth. We have the secrets of the whole of creation in our book, in our Torah. Anything that is written in the book, we can be proud to do it, and we'll be blessed for it. We will have hatzlacha from it. Hashem will protect us for it. We don't need to give any excuses for who we are, for anything that we do. I mean, this is the tremendous lesson. Just think about Yitro. He has a whole name of the parasha named after him, the parasha of giving in the Torah. His daughters married the greatest men in Am Yisrael. Doesn't need to care about everyone who made fun of him when he left the idol worship. And we should go strong when we receive the Torah. And this week, when we receive the Aseret that they brought and we go to synagogue, we remember that, we strengthen that. So I hope you all enjoyed this shiur. Thank you for joining me. and I thank you for listening.
Thank
Can we just say, when I
Sedra,
just got everyone online, can I just ask you before you get off, do you prefer to do on Thursday night or to do on Wednesday night? Does anyone